for the Foster's Cup Grand Final of 1991. Hawthorn kicking to the left.
A little bit of ducks and drakes going on at the moment. North Melbourne have it a half forward. Consequently, Jenke is looking for someone to pick up on the Hawthorn back end of the square.
Well, this is enormous, Sandy, isn't it? I mean, North Melbourne and Hawthorn both supposedly with not many members, but tremendous crowd.
Peter Carey and Brian Sheehan in charge of proceedings tonight, and here's the opening bounce. Gallagher looking for a big charge at the ball from North Melbourne. Gets it down, some heavy body work early on. Clarkson at the bottom, Ayres there with strength.
The tactics basically were to try and get the ball out of the middle, because on a big ground like Waverley it's important to get first use of the ball, and of course if you can do that, well then again it puts the opposition backs under pressure, because they've got to kick it twice as far to get it back to that particular starting point. So well, that was one thing. Also to just man up, and also to try and cut out North's running game, because they're a good young skillful team and they do use the ball very, very well.
Out of bounds on the ball.
Really, that was a bad miss by Longlow. Should have at least posted a score then. As a reasonably experienced player, he knew he had the break on Langford. Should have steadied.
Schwab from the back pocket. Again to the outer side. North Melbourne players in front. Abbott and Morrissey at the back for Hawthorn. See it over the line. Well, this crowd is growing all the time. They've come in late, but they've certainly come in force. Gallagher and Deere. Jarman at the back. No one able to force it clear. Larkin could have almost been tackled too high. That was, said the umpire. So Matthew Larkin will put North well inside 50. Longmire gives him a lead. That's his target. In front, but well spoiled. Smith pushes it further forward for North Melbourne. Was Scholl held? Yes, he was.
Well, he did draw the umpire's attention to it. It's good play by Scholl.
Well, it was an intelligent handball earlier too to give Scholl a chance to keep running towards goal. I didn't quite catch who that player was. It had been Ross Smith.
Ross Smith it was.
A lot of good thinking there by the young North Melbourne. They're a little toey, Don, I think. That Longmire kick indicated that.
Scholl from 47 metres. Kick into the square. Had it gone through, or has the mark been paid? Must have been very, very close. But the mark has been paid, and Brett Allison, who's kicked a number of goals.
A left foot kick too, normally.
Check side attempt. Touch.
So North have done all the attacking in the opening couple of minutes, and they look very enthusiastic, which would be fairly obvious, I would think, in a grand final. Chris Langford to kick the ball back into play, goes straight up the ground. Hawthorn player on the end of it is Jarman, and what a talented player Darren Jarman is in this Hawthorn team. He's been given the number of Gary Buckenara, and he's just slotted in there magnificently. Pritchard marks on centre wing with the left foot, goes to half forward, and that should be a Hawthorn mark. It's been paid to Morrissey, and he's at centre half forward for the Hawks. Ooh, that could have nearly been 50 metres. Umpire Sheehan not far away from the incident, so maybe he thought that Morrissey could have reached it. The short pass by Morrissey, up in towards the front of the goals. Roberts gets clear. Here's a chance for German, Peter German. Hand pass is smothered, but Ramiro's there. Nearly getting back was Paul Deere, but Larkin, the captain, constructively goes wider to German. German's kick, up towards centre wing, punched away from Carey by Abbott. Flicked away by Rocker's intelligent play, but there's no one there. Larkin gets his fourth possession. Ayres is a chance, the Rock of Gibraltar. But good play in there by Crocker, and he holds the ball in for the Northerners when Hawthorn look like they may go forward through Gary Ayres.
Good, intense grand final.
Oh, you can't help but have the hairs on the back of your head standing up, Sandy.
Quite right, Robbo. On centre wing, Gallagher and Deere, one by the ladder, but straight to Scholl, who kicks it high in the air. Carey will get underneath it and almost took a great mark. Larkin has been busy. Rock and Clarkson are there to lend the assist. Clarkson on the left foot, high. Longmire comes steaming out of the football, but can't take it cleanly. Collins tries to burst his way through for Hawthorn. They'll get out of trouble as Dean Anderson has it on half-back, bounces his way down across centre wing, and all of a sudden Hawthorn deep in trouble now. deep into attack with
I
Brown.
think they're going to have problems there because McCarthy's pricking up Brereton and he has given him latitude already, not in that instance but earlier.
Some loose checking there. And once again, Anderson was able to drift down. And he will have a shot just on 50 metres or just outside. Puts it out in front. Brereton, the fly, has it fisted away. Clarkson with pace. Dashes clear, then gets the hand pass away to German. North Melbourne out of trouble, back towards the centre and Stevens.
And a good mark taken by Anthony Stevens on centre wing. It was a left foot kick. And this is a good one up towards half forward. Nearly the mark to Carey. It's been paid.
He's a good player, this fellow.
He really is, Don, isn't he? He's an impressive looking young man. Tall, very fit looking. A long torpedo punt kick into the pocket. No mark. Schwab quick to recover. Handball over the top, gives Collins the advantage to run with the ball. Then he hand passes to no one in particular. It's close to the line. Stevens, Platten, strong footing there by all players. Umpire Sheehan will bounce.
John Platten on the bottom of that pack, and I can tell you that his grandfather Bill is celebrating his 90th birthday tomorrow and is happy watching his son play tonight.
What a great effort.
Grandson.
What did I say?
Well, a great effort by Bill Platten, and hope you enjoy the game because we are here and North Melbourne are into attack and Allison marks only 30 metres out and the angle is a little better this time for Brett Allison. Little nudge there on Peter Schwab, but stood his ground and has the chance to kick the first goal of the match. Doing well in the forward pocket for North is Brett Allison. Drop punt kick, looks pretty good. North kick the first.
Well, they are very, very impressive, North Melbourne already. I was impressed with North Melbourne last time against the Crows because I thought that was a very, very intense game, especially in the first half. Both sides really did go at it. There was a question of North Melbourne hanging on, and they did hang on in that particular game and really went on with the game. They weren't the ones to crack as the others. And tonight they're starting exactly the same way.
North Melbourne lead by 7 points. Bitterly disappointed at losing last year's grand final. Out to make amends. Ayres overruns it. Got a shocking bounce. Oh, Clarkson a beauty. This could be one to Jose Romero. There's another one.
Well, the importance of the centre break, and North Melbourne, on 2 occasions it has been bounced in the centre. They've taken it out on each occasion. It's interesting that Anthony Condon playing on the half-back flank, that front end of the square was left open because Condon went around to the other side to pick up his man. And North Melbourne were more or less unimpeded in getting the ball out of the centre. Nobody running off the back end of the square for Hawthorn.
Great start by Matthew Larkin.
Played very well, particularly getting the ball quickly out of the centre.
13 points the margin. Crocker tries to tap it high, and in doing so might have been tackled high. So again, the Roos go down towards their half-forward line. Carey plays on. North looking $1 million at the moment as they set sail up towards the 50-metre line. Ayres and Clarkson. Clarkson has to do the work from behind. Langford now defending solidly for the Hawks. Kicks it wide towards the wing.
And at centre wing, a little bit of confusion between the two North Melbourne players. Nearly gave Ben Allen the chance. It was Peter German and Jeff Chandler. One looking for the shepherd and the other one not really aware that his teammate was going to give him the full path through with the football. Boundary throw in centre wing on member side. Gallagher and Greg Deere. Or good bump by Chandler and Jarman. Both players bouncing off and recovering pretty well. Roberts overruns it. Brereton stands his ground and he's put in. Play on, advantage nil. Paul Deere into an open goal goes Paul Deere and this is to the left. Exciting stuff here at Waverley. North Melbourne 2-1, Hawthorn 1 behind, and all fans on the edge of their seat. Mark Roberts. Gee, he's been a good player for North so far this season since coming down from Brisbane.
Really has applied himself. You can see he's lost a lot of weight.
The short kick in finds Stevens. Stevens half back. outer side, kicks into a vacant area on centre wing. Allison cleverly to Scholl. Scholl with the left foot. Carey, good gather. Goes back to Allison. He covers some territory, Brett Allison. And, it slips through Longmire's hands. Disciplined play by Collins, but good effort by Ramiro. The ball's out of bounds.
Longmire construed as being deliberate because the man was over the boundary line.
Well, John Longmire was appealing for that, Don. But I guess you'd have to be a brave umpire to give that decision.
Here, got it away. Rocks out in front, however. Pulls it round his body. Play on is the call. Jarman went up with a fist and got it down. Jenky couldn't take it cleanly. Stevens in trouble. Too long. Advantage paid. Ayres away. And Hawthorn get it back towards centre wing. German couldn't quite complete it. Almost put a high tackle in there, but play on was the call. Peter German's kick goes up towards the half-forward line, and James Morrissey takes a good mark. Plays on to Platten. Put him under pressure. Rock is there with him. The ball spills free. Here's Larkin. He has been the driving force early on to Longmire.
It's good to see Larkin getting involved because I've been a little disappointed with his games in this night series. Let's hope he can bring himself up to the standard I know he possesses. Here's Longmire lining up for his second shot at goal.
From 40 metres, and it's sprayed it away to the right.
Well, one complete miss, and that's a point.
Margin of 13 points. Hawthorn, Hierarchy, Alan Joyce.
Somehow that could be a problem for Hawthorn because Carey a little too quick for Paul Abbott at this stage.
He's the acting captain, Gary Ayres. Up high was Clarkson waiting down in front. Rock could have been tripped. Collins gets a hurried kick. Now they could be away. Pritchard wide. Condon on a run. Storitsky can't get him. Kick into the pocket. Is that a diving mark? Not paid. And Hammond over the boundary line.
I thought Martin got his hands to it first.
That was a terrific contest, wasn't it? Because Dunstall there using the body, which he does use so well. Martin able to hold his ground. Good stuff by Martin. So by Dunstall.
Boundary throw in. Left half forward for Hawthorn. Ball comes back towards the wing. Platten leads in the race. Gathers it nicely. Good Shepherd. Great Shepherd in the background there. Didn't quite catch the player. It might have been Greg Deere. Brewitt nearly marks. Play on. Ball close to the line. Whitman appealing for it. Brewitt should nearly get it. Still, the umpires asking these players to give their all, and there was no hesitation. And have a look at that. Fantastic spirit by both of these teams, Dermot Brewitt and Peter German. The boys will go on with it with Shimmer. Gee, if those 22 for North Melbourne play like Shimmer played, they certainly won't get thrown.
Holding the hamstring too.
Half forward, between half forward and forward pocket for Hawthorn. Ross Smith in there for North Melbourne. And the contest was good with Paul Deere. Dermot Brewitt, perhaps just a little twinge of the right hamstring. And the umpire will bounce in the forward pocket for the Hawks.
Chance for the Hawks to score. Jarman, a late tackle. North out of trouble again. They're doing it well. Gallagher marks it half back.
Larkin again, Sandy, in that passage of play.
Looking for Carey. And again, he gets front spot.
The problem.
And he's able to play on back to the big man, Gallagher. Shows versatility as he kicks inside 50. Schwab at the back now for Hawthorn will head towards the line. Longmire charges in. Clever play, Longmire for Rock. This could be a goal and it'll belong to Longmire.
No, I think it's going to be brought back.
All clear.
Well, that was interesting because the umpire blew the whistle behind play. It was a heavy shepherd by Collins, I think it was, or it could have been Clarkson. Here it is on replay. Let's see if we can pick up this heavy shepherd. Good play here by Longmire. Look, he takes Schwab out of it, then punches it back into the centre. There's Clarkson and Collins.
Reminiscent of Wayne Harm's 1979 for Carlton on the MCG. What tremendous stuff that was. And the discipline of North Melbourne all over the ground so far is to be admired. Hawthorn get the ball out of the centre. It's Condon, a left foot kick into full forward. Good lead, good pass. And Dunstall completes that passage of play. Jason Dunstall.
About to make a change, Lawrence coming on for Hawthorn. And Abbott going off. Now Lawrence going to centre half back on Carey.
Now Dunstall from 50 metres. A lovely kick by Dunstall is nearly there. It is there. So Hawthorn get their first goal through their champion full forward Jason Dunstall. They're 1-1, but North Melbourne are 3-2.
Well, two players at Hawthorn have both kicked 60 goals in a night series. Peter Hudson and Jason Dunstall. Now with that goal, Jason Dunstall goes 1 goal ahead of Peter Hudson as far as the night aggregate goals are concerned at Hawthorn.
Dermot Barrett, with what appears to be a bit of a hamstring twinge, is now in the forward pocket. He could be very, very dangerous there. The Deer boys combine. Ball in, eventually gets a hurry kick down towards the half-forward line. But again, the North defence holding firm. Back towards the middle.
He's going to be a worry. He is going to be a real worry. Now, they've already taken one man off him, and this fellow, Lawrence, is not quick enough either.
He's got players running wide. Going to use Jeff Chandler, who could have had a bounce if he wanted it, but elects to kick up towards the half-forward line. Schwab clears. It's a bit of a brawl on behind play. Platten leaves it for Morrissey. Wide to Condon. Over the top to Anderson. They'd want to forget about the brawling because the ball's coming down there. Anderson decides to head for home himself. Brereton does the shepherding work. Great play. Anderson shoots for goal and misses. The ever-smiling Burn.
It's the emergency umpire, Sandy, on the ground there, having a chat. George Stone, the Hawthorn runner, but certainly the emergency umpire having a bit of a word with Dermot. Play on centre wing, Jenke. Oh, he's caught, but he still may get away. He does. Good shepherd there by Greg Deer again. Jenke's kick, nearly a North Melbourne mark. Could have been a free kick. Whitman plays on and misses to the left. There was a wind, Sandy, I feel, blowing across the ground. Certainly Jason Dunstall's kick for goal that went through, the ball was dragged to the left. Gee, these players are fit, skillful, tough. It's great. Australian rules football at its best. Morrissey can't mark. Crocker's there to keep the man under pressure and force the ball over for a boundary throw in.
Paul Abbott having a spell on the bench. Paul Deer against Roberts. Staritsky, Flame, Anderson, a hurried kick round his body. Over the top it goes. North should clear through Chandler. His left foot kick is high. It's close to the boundary line. Going to be kept in. Morrissey just gently flicks it forward to Condon. He's got another one going past. A stab in towards goal. Yet another behind goes on the board. Dean Anderson, who's been busy in front of goal, but off target on that occasion.
Hawthorn have made a change. They've got Whitman now in the back pocket, and Peter Schwab in the back pocket has gone forward.
Yeah, how about the little kick by James Morrissey again there, Sandy? That passage of play so quick with his head to make his arms and his legs move positively.
The freak, as he's known, certainly lives up to the shoal. Working hard, sort of the meat in the sandwich on that occasion. Gallagher taps forward for Chandler. Clever play. Well done by Gallagher. Chandler tries to centre it. Carey is being held, and he was pushed, and he will get the free kick.
The umpire would see that. There's a lot of holding going on in this match before the ball is actually in the vicinity of the two players.
Carey long and low. Longmire at the back. No one running past on this occasion. Flicked out by Anthony Condon. Ayres, Collins, under pressure. Boundary line.
The key word by North Melbourne all over the field. The pressure by their forwards is essential because Hawthorn move it out so beautifully from their back line and half-back line. Lawrence in front, Gallagher in the middle. Collected by Stevens, good pressure by Allen. Kick off the ground by Crocker. Now Collins has a chance. Left foot kick, but he knew he didn't have much time, and he kicked it very, very quickly. It's loose. Langford. Longmire puts pressure on. Ball close to the line. Very close. It still hasn't gone over just yet. It's still there. And Hawthorn will get the ball through Jarman. Clever play by Darren Jarman, and the pass is effective to Schwab. Pritchard holds the ball in, gets his left foot to the ball. It goes up inside 50. Attempted kick off the ground by Martin. Strong play by Chandler. He's still in there battling hard. He may get the free kick. He does, but no, it goes to Platten. It obviously was a Hawthorn free kick. Dermott, oh, he slips. Will he get it? No, he won't. Great play, Roberts. Free kick to Hawthorn. All clear. Goal, Hawthorn. Haven't got the faintest idea who kicked it, Sandy, but gee, that was terrific football.
Well, the pressure started in the back line for Hawthorn. Collins and Langford under a lot of pressure, but they finally got it down through Pritchard, who held the ball in. As we see there, Condon going in. It was a professional free kick by Roberts then, because had he let Brereton go, it would have been a certain goal.
What a first quarter here at Waverley. 4 points the margin. Favouring the Roos as the Hawks fight back. Rock wins it out of the middle. It was touched. Carey.
They're becoming Carey conscious.
And he's having a field day at the same time. Gets his kick down towards the forward line. North haven't scored a goal for a while. Hawthorn have had the last couple and fought back. Collins.
I thought the umpire a little slow on that occasion. He awarded the free kick to Andrew Collins for around the neck.
Take it from half back.
Wide, play on!
Tremendous crowd here at Waverley tonight. Across to Whitman. Still at half back. He pumps it long down towards the 50-metre line. And a tremendous fly. Allen goes through. Chandler's on top of him. He does effectively clear it away, however. Roberts will get the kick. It's high over centre wing, up towards the right half forward flank. Well done by Carey again, who's been very busy. Romero can flick it on for Carey. He may get caught. He does. But gets the handball away. Jenke is held and will be free kick.
He was being held. It's good to see the umpire pick that up, because he was being held. And Lawrence, I think it is down behind play on the 50 metres line, and he doesn't look too good.
Pritchard has it on the defensive side of centre. Goes wide towards the wing. Paul Deere is his target. Well, he unloaded Anthony Rock.
I'll have to correct that. That's Greg Deere. Greg Deere, and he does not look too good at all.
Got a knee, Don, by the look of it.
He's holding that right knee.
Gee, that won't be too good for Hawthorn.
In the meantime, Rock has it. Carey again the target. This time Lawrence an effective spoil and over the line. That's bad news for Hawthorn, Don, isn't it?
Well, I'm just wondering what they're going to do. They could put Abbott straight into the ruck, because he was taken apart by Carey early, but then again they could put Lawrence in, so they've got two options.
Got a great competitor in the ruck now. That's Greg Deere's brother Paul. He has a bit of a go. German's left foot kick is a bit of an up and under. Doesn't cover too much ground. Getting back Condon. Good mark Platten. Looking to play on the Hawks. But North Melbourne holding it up nicely at half back. Platten's kick. High. In the Brereton direction. Brereton punches from behind. So does Crocker. Storinsky. Anderson. Over his body. Up towards full forward. Nearly a mark to Allen. Oh, he took it off Morrissey. They share it around beautifully. Paul into an open goal. Stabs it unselfishly to Dunstall. And he couldn't possibly miss from 3 metres. So Dunstall gets his second. And Hawthorn hit the front. There's Greg Deere in the hands of the trainers. Hawthorn 3-4, North Melbourne 3-2.
It's interesting what Hawthorn are doing. The way they're putting fellows who are now prepared to run in front of play. The action is 20 metres, maybe 30 metres, but they're running into space further ahead of play. It's something which the Western Australians, the West Coast Eagles, used to do. You put a lot of onus on the guys down the field winning the ball, because when you look down the field, there are a number of options. Hawthorn running into space further down the ground.
3 minutes remaining. This first quarter, Abbott on the ball. Gallagher stabs a short kick, gains probably 15 metres. Pritchard has come into the game, working well to Jink. Wide, Morrissey. James Morrissey just goes short, but they've got the possession, and it's with Tony Hall. He boots towards the 50-metre line. Brereton in front. Rock. Going to be a free kick, however, going the way of Brereton.
He was in front. He was going for the ball.
Tell you what, you're doing all right when you can start Tony Hall on the bench. He's come on and had 2 or 3 possessions.
Brereton goes short, and again, Jason Dunster is able to sneak away, and he'll be firing for his 3rd goal of the quarter.
Well, that's where you need the ruckman to fill up the holes on the forward line and stop that lead. Gallagher, what he's doing is really a tap ruckman. He's taking it easy around the centre. He should be blocking the holes.
There's another one. 3rd goal to Jason Dunstall. So the Hawks hit back hard. 4-4, plays 3-2.
Well, they leave that forward line, as I just said, open so well, and they're doing it very, very well tonight. Hawthorn, you see there, Brereton there is the lead. Look, there was just no one there to block it. As far as North Melbourne is concerned, Dunstall playing particularly well tonight. 3 goals this first quarter. It's the best effort he's put in so far.
Hawthorn lead by 8 points, close to quarter time in the grand final of the Foster's Cup. Tremendous start. Gallagher gets the tap out. Clarkson can't get to it, but Pritchard can. And Pritchard for Hawthorn kicks towards half forward. Paul McCarthy drops what he should have taken. He thumps it clear to Chandler. Chandler, a short pass out towards the wing. Clarkson, ball bouncing, but in comes Lawrence with strong play, and he takes it over for a boundary throw in. And Bernie Quinlan down on the boundary line. You have a report on Greg Deere.
Yes, Robbo. Greg Deere has injured his right knee. He's been taken up the race with the assistance of 2 trainers, and we won't see him back on the ground tonight.
Thanks, Bernie. Let's hope it is not too serious. Romero's kick is short. Jinky may take advantage.
Oh, tackle.
He gets beautifully claimed, but they'll get out of it. Platten works well. Back to Deere, into the pocket. Dunstall a target. Dunstall he fires. And it just looks a little ominous in the last couple of minutes.
Well, really, North Melbourne had them on toast, Hawthorn. And I go back to halfway through that quarter when they came out of the back line. Langford and Collins both dribbled the ball along the ground. Really did show the pressure that was being exerted, but Hawthorn have really steadied now, and their skill is to the fore.
This for his 4th. He's pulled that to the left. Just sneaks it in from behind. So we're inside the last minute. 9 scoring shots to 5.
Don't hold!
Roberts to bring it back into play.
Don't be silly, mate.
Kick is wide. Martin used the body, couldn't take it. Gallagher attempts the tap on and is effective to Scholl, but his hand pass goes astray. Martin is forced to apply the tackle. Gallagher again. The big man has been busy in the first quarter. Finds Peter German. He's on the wing. Goes inside. Anthony Stevens running through the middle. Set sail. They want to mark here and get it. Long by. This could just about be the last kick of the quarter. Here's a long kick of the football. And he's going to go short.
Oh, good play. That was very, very good play. Number 1, because German playing on that half-back line further up the ground ran into space, but also he just had enough intelligence, Longmire, not to go for goal and put it short.
Get right out of it. Out of it.
Hey, Anthony. Stay back, Tony.
There's the kick. It's an important one for North Melbourne. They want a goal and they've got it on the siren. So at quarter time, after a thrilling opening to this grand final, Hawthorn leads 4-5 to North Melbourne 4-2.
Yes, he was reasonably happy. He obviously didn't like what was going on in the centre because North were winning the ball out of there, as I mentioned before, but he just said that we've got to keep attacking the ball, and he said that we had come off a very good preparation, and he was confident in our ability to win the game. But obviously in a 4-quarter effort, you've got to take the game 30 minutes by 30 minutes, so it's a quarter by quarter situation. And he then just told us to keep running the ball in, get the ball into Jason and Dermot at that particular stage, and Jason had kicked 3 goals in that first quarter, so obviously he was playing quite well, and Dermot looked like he had injured himself a bit in that first quarter, but knowing the character of that guy, it takes a lot more to stop him. So and we thought that we would be able to win if we get the ball onto our forward line, because we thought the North backs may struggle a bit against our talented forward line.
And we'll get an idea, perhaps, if there is a breeze going to the left in this term, North will have the advantage. Gallagher again having a big charge at the ball. Can't get it out, however. It goes high towards the half-forward line. Lawrence and Carey doing some pushing.
That was a good effort by Carey again. At least he got up and created.
Whitman seemed to cop one in the head, but he's up and okay.
Oh, that was a bit touchy, wasn't it?
No, I think he had control of it, Ian.
Well, Longmire hasn't kicked a goal. He's North's full forward, while for Hawthorn, their spearhead Jason Dunstall has 3 to date. It's really been the difference. The kick goes deep in towards full forward. Over the top it goes. Jenke comes away for Hawthorn, and he runs through half-back. Kicks wide up towards Jarman, who takes it in front of his eyes. A master of the handball, he gets it on quickly to Langford, who's perhaps not quite quick enough on that occasion. Allen does well. Beautiful play. Langford has followed it down, but eventually is pressured out of room, and we'll see a throw in on the outer side.
Yeah, it's good play by Langford to come down the ground like that. Swab off the ground for Hawthorn, as we saw.
He must keep harassing. Every player must do his little bit with the harassing tactics. Otherwise, Hawthorn can chop you to pieces. Hall over the top. Larkin in there, putting pressure on, but Hall still gets his kick towards half forward. And there's the champion at work again. Burton to Morrissey to Allen. Allen's left foot kick into the pocket. Dunstall keeps his footing. A tap on. Morrissey to an open goal, but Smith gets back for North and hurries it through for a rush behind to Hawthorn.
Just so important at centre-half back. You've got to be with your man. And again, McCarthy was behind, but Burton, who could tap the ball as he did.
Roberts comes to this member's side. Not a bad kick out in front of Stevens. He's a left footer. It favours him. He gathers about 40 metres up towards centre wing. Crocker, who's very talented, goes with the hand pass to Stevens. Stevens into the pocket, and there's Carey again. He's proving to be very much a key player. 5 marks and 5 kicks, Wayne Carey. And at the other end, the key player for the Hawks, Dunstall, who's kicked 3, but Brereton, who has been a tremendous player also. Longmire can't get through, still got the footy. How long can you hold it for? Ayres, Whitman, sweeping hand pass. Jenke's a little slow, gets the hand pass away. Lawrence up against the boundary line. His handball is to no one, and the umpire gives the boundary umpire the all clear to throw it in.
It was a good effort by the Hawthorn backmen on that occasion. It looked dangerous as far as they were concerned, but they got there in numbers.
4 points the margin, favouring the Hawks. Down in front, chance for Smith, again under tremendous pressure. And after North's boom opening, Hawthorn have hit back. 1 goal to Condon, 3 to Dunstall. For North, it's all singles. A high kick, Romero chasing. Has it now, Jose. What can he do at the bottom of the pack? Gives it away to Langford under pressure. He kicks wide, and it bounces over the line. Wayne Schwass.
The essence of Sandy is really pressure. If North Melbourne can keep the pressure on, because you don't usually see Langford bang the ball on his boot as he did on that occasion. Usually they've got time to steady and deliver the ball down, as we saw Jenke come out earlier and hit Jarman with it. You've got to keep the pressure on. That's what North Melbourne have got to do to this side.
Abbott tried to get it to Morrissey at the back. Romero copped a heavy one. Play on is the call, however. Larkin had a wonderful start, gives it to German. Shoots them well inside 50. The kick is a good one. And this time, John Longmire will have a shot for his first goal.
Well, really, you couldn't blame Langford on that occasion. He backed himself, and I think I would have done exactly the same thing, because he went out thinking the ball was going out wide, and Longmire did not make a lead at all. He just stood his ground, and fortunately, the ball fell in his arms.
And again, Larkin in the passage of play with a magnificent hand pass to German.
This for North to hit the front again. He's got it.
Well, Longmire, 98 goals last year. That's his first goal for this game. He is the focal point up there. He's got a lot of pressure on his shoulders this year, having been the leading goal kicker. Larkin involved, a German. And Langford went to the right of screen, and Longmire did not even offer a lead. Not a good kick off the boot, but nonetheless straight.
So North Melbourne back in front by 2 points. They're 32, Hawthorn are 30. Second quarter, Foster's Cup, grand final. Rock and Platten. Platten gets his left foot to the ball, up towards half forward, and a clean mark taken by Tony Hall over Peter German. Very talented player, Tony Hall. Reputedly one of the best imports, exports, whatever you like to call it, out of South Australia in the last few years. Dunstall marks the kick. He's about 48 metres from goal.
Well, what Martin did on that occasion was try something different. You can't blame him for trying something different. He was about 10 metres in front of Dunstall to try and stop that lead. Remember, at quarter time, they had to block the lead. Well, he tried something, but the ball went out wide. He just couldn't cover it.
Dunstall going for goal number 4. Just across the face, and it's helped through for a behind to Hawthorn. So if we give that to Jason Dunstall, he's kicked 3 goals too. Roberts kicks into the members' side again. Good kick too, because he gives the player running with it the chance to keep going, and Swash up towards centre wing. Jenky, crude tackle, allowed play to go on. Abbott goes back to Jenky. Crocker didn't keep chasing. Jenky's clear and gets the pass to Jarman. Jarman, look at the talent, seems to have an hour to get rid of it. Hand pass is magnificent to Condon. Condon's left foot kick is perfect. And Hall again, who started on the interchange bench, marks 50 metres from goal, and there are Hawthorn players everywhere. Pritchard runs in, drop punt kick across the face, but Hawthorn are going to mark again through Anderson. It's got a player loose, kick is too high. North will get clear. Oh, bad effort by Martin. Platten, opportunity now for Condon, into the pocket, good mark for Chandler. And North Melbourne, after looking at some anxious moments, will clear through their dour defender, Jeff Chandler. The kick close to the boundary line is too close. It's over on the full. And Hawthorn will kick it back into their full forward area through Abbott.
Both sides making elementary mistakes.
Abbott centering it. Almost the mark to Dustin. Martin hammers it out wide. Pritchard will be first to it. Stevens will be the one chasing. Jarman is there for support. Uses him well. He's a little too slow on that occasion.
I don't.
Oh, no, that's ridiculous.
Anthony Stevens.
I know that's a rule. I know that's a rule, but boy, he made all the effort, that young fellow. Oh.
Jarman a little fortunate.
And you can get away with it in Adelaide, Sandy, but not over here.
Spirals a punt towards Brereton. Socket towards the boundary line by Roberts, and he's content to see it over eventually with a little bit of help from Anthony Condon.
Darren Harris warming up.
Alan Joyce feeling the early pressures of the 91 season. Stealing at Schwass around his body. High kick, Gallagher. Looking for front spot. Wasn't trying to mark, just trying to swipe it on. Brereton hammers it high.
Push it! North, yours, Nick!
McMartin has been called by the umpire, as you can hear on our microphones. It's his ball. A push out.
You watch Hawthorn man up now. No loose North players for him to kick to. Must kick it to a pack.
He's got Brereton and Jarman lurking at the back. It's heading towards Brereton.
Play on!
Gallagher taps it over, but straight to Whitman. Thought about going short to Jarman, but then pulls it round his body. Centering to half forward. Sturitsky under pressure, loses out to Allen. Ben Allen's kick in towards goal. Looks pretty good. Did he get a touch, Roberts? Yes, he did. One behind.
Must have been the faintest of touches.
I think it missed anyway. I think it bounced to the right of the goalpost.
Either way are behind. 4-8 plays 5-2. Michael Gallagher having a spell.
We've really got to preserve Michael Gallagher, Sandy, because they've been short of ruckman until he came over from Carlton last year. And if he stands up, He really is their best prospect, so they've got to look after him.
Roberts. Morrissey got front spot, couldn't quite hold it. He's a freakish player, James Morrissey.
It was close, wasn't
He's
it?
a
He nearly
freakish
took
player.
that mark when you wouldn't give him any chance whatsoever.
So a throw in 60 metres out. This game started at a frantic pace. They're going to enjoy the half-time break. Rock claim. Staritsky at the bottom. He may get pinged here. He will.
Yes.
The youngster caught. Deer short. It was Paul Deer. Finds Ben Allen.
Ready, go!
But players streaming everywhere. Platten's on his own.
Take clear! Point!
A little bit of a how to do behind play.
Play out there, Germo. Stretch a couple, mate.
It's Anthony Stevens at the bottom.
Playtime at Waverley.
Yep.
Keep going back, yep.
Still having a bit of a how do you do, James Morrissey and Anthony Stevens.
Just under 13 minutes remaining. There's another behind on the board to Hawthorn. There's just under 13 minutes remaining in this first half. Hawthorn have had their chances. 4-9. Plays 5-2.
We sort of had all our play on the forward line, but we just unfortunately couldn't kick the 6 points. But then again, there's an old cliche in football that while you're kicking points, the other team is not, and of course you've got more of an opportunity to score. So I wasn't overly concerned at that particular stage. I thought we were attacking the ball well and getting the numbers to the ball and creating a lot of pressure on North Melbourne.
That's his third. Up to half forward. The kick across his body. Tries to centre it. Punched away by the Hawthorn defence. Close to the line in front of Carey and Lawrence. We'll have a boundary throw in.
Starinsky off for North Melbourne, and Liam Pickering coming on. He laid that heavy tackle at centre half back, or Shepherd, on Condon to allow German to stream down the ground.
Some games there for North Melbourne in their coaching area. Schimmelbusch, Law, Dugdale and Laurie Dwyer. Oh, Crocker held, but he didn't have it by air, surely.
The feeling is heated out there. You can see there.
That's Condon having a bit of a dip with Anthony Rock by the look of it. Crocker goes on with it, kicks it to the goal front. Longmire battles on hard, still pulled away by Langford.
That is not right now. I mentioned it earlier, a lot of it going on holding. You still see there the altercation with Rock, and no, that's not Rock. Condon and Pickering. But there's too much holding. We saw Langford hold Longmire, then the umpires have got to be aware of what's going on down the ground.
Hawthorn get it out. A combination finishes with Anderson. He kicks into the centre to Jarman. Look at that pass off the left. Brereton's got a player wide. Tony Hall into an open goal goes Tony Hall, and he has kicked the goal.
It's great play, Don, isn't it?
Yes, they certainly do it well. If you've really got to keep them under tabs, Hawthorn. They're just so skillful. Again, Hall was running into space further down the ground, running ahead of play. Now, what's the build-up there? Hall's already gone. Look, there's the space he's running into. The player further down the ground, realising what's on, and Hawthorn running into space, and they just do it so well.
Hawthorn lead. Margin 7 points. Centre bounce once again. Romero and Platt working hard. Pritchard gets it out. Harris couldn't do anything with it.
I think that was a sympathy free kick. There's certainly one there for Romero before that. Now he's penalising Jarman or Platten. One of those Hawthorn players for throwing.
Ball there now in the ruck. We saw him contest the last bounce down with Abbott at centre half forward.
Clarkson's kick is low. Jenke couldn't take it. Crocker gets a hurried kick down towards the 30-metre line. Can they mount something here? Jarman almost threw it out and it bounced back to him. You can hear the umpire continuing to call play on. Longmire gets free, pulls it round his body, and it spins away for one behind. One straight kick in it. Ayres. Back into play to Condon. Tucked in the back pocket. They'd all congregated in the middle. No one had broken, and Condon was clear. Tony Hall.
He took off from the centre of the ground when Condon had the ball. He was leading. Oh, It seemed like minutes before Condon got rid of the ball.
Has been busy. 7th kick. Brereton. Oh, James Morrissey. Clever play. What sort of bounce will Martin get? He gets claimed by Dunstall. Then he bottles it up. He may lose it. Oh, he's lost it.
He was too slow. He did look behind when he gathered the ball and must have seen that Jason Dunstall was only a metre or so away. Tried to run back onto his right foot.
He wasn't penalised for that. He'll be penalised not for here, but when he follows up, which is there, he's not pushing the ball on, but was he allowed to push it on?
Well, that's the rule, hard and fast. Dunstall. Away to the left.
All clear, Rockets!
A lot of incidents where I think the umpire should use a little common sense and let the play go on. Because the player's intent wasn't to hold the ball up then, he had it held to him or knocked away from him.
15 shots to 8. Hawthorn lead. Harris, good mark. Excellent mark in front of Paul Deere. Must let go, Paul Deere, otherwise you may get 50 metres. Harris at half back. Kicks it long, out towards the wing. One-on-one, Lawrence marks. Good one in front of Carey. Stephen Lawrence, who started at centre-half back in the previous match against Essendon. He's back there after starting on the interchange bench tonight. Roberts flicks it out to Schwath. Kick down the ground, could be. No, he's coming back because Hawthorn had taken the mark out there on the wing through Johnny Platt. So the ball will come back to Wayne Schwath at centre-half back.
No, super.
It's going to Carey, by the way.
Well,
no, again,
McCarthy has the free kick at centre-half back for North Melbourne. Dermot Brereton not minding the mark all that well, I wouldn't think, but the kick goes wide to centre wing. At the back, Lawrence. Hand pass, Will Stevens just waiting. Chipping in is Schwass. Schwass, a long kick towards centre-half forward. Ayres can't quite make the ground, but he gets his hands to it, which was important in the passage of play. Pickering across his body, up towards full forward. Langford backs himself and does it pretty well, Chris Langford. The kick wide goes towards Jenky. Carey's there to harass him and forces it over for a boundary throw-in. Ray Jenky doing well for Hawthorn on that half-back flank and uses the ball when he gets clear, which is very important for the players up the field.
Ruck work again.
Hi, North Melbourne! Play on!
Free kick to Gallagher, but the advantage paid to Romero. And Longmire, one grab, can't complete it. Shrugs the tackle of Platten. Swings round on the right foot. He's going short cleverly. He's got Larkin there. Matthew Larkin.
Come around, Matty. Matty. Come round. Keep coming. How do you?
The umpires are pedantic, aren't they, on that? They've moved him 1 yard to the right.
45 metres, Larkin. Pretty important kick, this one, and he's away to the right.
Clear.
Six points again, the margin.
Gary is under a lot of pressure, the North Melbourne players up in that forward line.
My word. Here's deputising tonight for skipper Michael Tuck, Paul Deere, Carey, Lawrence, Rock, Collins.
Just the importance of players contesting. It was Darren Harris on that occasion who threw himself. Had he have not gone, he only got one hand to it, but had he have not gone, Hawthorn would have marked it off. He could have marked and taken the ball away. You can see there a little bit of aggro. Rock is not backward, coming forward.
Neither's the other guy.
So just about on the 50-metre line. Rock claim, but he gets it away. Clarkson sets sail up towards the forward line once again for North Melbourne. It bounces over the top, heading towards the boundary line. Longmire overruns it. Langford sweeping wide hand pass to Platten, almost set him up, but he heard the footsteps and was able to tap it over. Loses it to Romero. Jose sets sail for home and goals.
Yes, a good goal, but it was all set up by a good shepherd or interception. I think it was Anthony Stevens that came across, or would have, no, it might have been Clarkson that got across and really put the pressure on Platten. Now watch this, there it is. Oh, they're horrible hand passes, those. And Martin off and Scholl on for North Melbourne.
Right, Condo. What was that for, mate?
Jose Romero has kicked his second goal. There's Michael Martin receiving some instructions from the coach. Bounce back in the centre, Harris over the top, but Paul Deere stands his ground. Kick off the ground goes wide. Coming from Lawrence, it's close to the boundary line. The race is on, Chandler and Ben Allen. In comes Clarkson, he may have even kicked it over on the full, no he hasn't, it's been touched. Boundary throw-in will take place.
And Ross Smith now got the job at Jason Dunstall have pulled back. Scholl coming on to replace Longmire.
Height advantage maybe for Dunstall, Don. Harris over the top, Whitman goes to Anderson. Anderson looks a further afield, the pass is all right, Brereton in front. He knocks it to his own advantage. Round onto the right foot, goes Dermot Brereton up towards full forward, and Dunstall, sure hands, marks.
The problem's not there, the problem is with McCarthy. He's giving Brereton too much latitude.
Well, the pass was all right that came in from Anderson in front of Brereton, so he's such a strong man physically. So is this guy, Dunstall. Shooting for his fourth goal, he misses badly on this occasion, away to the right. And I've marked him down now for 3 goals 4. Which could even be more than that. They've kicked 5-11 and I haven't got 11 behinds on my score sheet, so his kicking has been badly astray. Jason Dunstall. Roberts goes to the outer side.
Black. To send Hawthorn into attack again. Anderson on his own. Hawks have certainly had their opportunities in front of goal. 5 goals, 11. 16 effective scoring shots to 10. But at the moment they trail by a point. And now Hawthorn leads by 7 points. First goal to Dean Anderson. 6-11 Hawk. North Melbourne 6-4.
He's got an awkward kicking style for goal, Anderson. Watch this, the bent knee. Doesn't look as if he can cover much distance, but the accuracy certainly is there.
Been busy, Don. He's had 10 kicks.
Oh, he's always a busy player, a prolific possession winner for Hawthorn, playing as a ruck rover, changing half forward.
So 7 points, favouring the Hawks. Carey taps over the top. Whitman can't take it initially, but he's got plenty of backup support. The Hawthorn defence knitting together well. Back towards the wing. Allen.
He'll get 50 metres there. Tell you what, he was lucky. No stage did he look as though he's going to get away from his back.
Didn't give him 1 inch. Brereton's got to stand his ground. McCarthy in from the side. Schwass waiting down. Across to Roberts. Will go loose short towards Harris. May get the free kick for push-in. Play on as the call.
Good umpiring, great umpiring.
Pickering to Chandler. North, inside 50. A push out? No. Longmire given the mark.
What was that push out scene against the North Melbourne player on the Hawthorn?
John Longmire has kicked 1. This goes into the square. Tap to the back, and Jenke gives it across to Jarman. His handballing is a feature of his game. Langford. And Hawthorn suddenly towards Tony Hall. Pritchard running right down the flank. Long into the pocket. Dunstall, but hammered away by Scholl.
He's now got the job on Dunstall, as we see there, and Smith being moved further up the ground.
Well, that's a little bit more of an even contest, I think, physically. Craig Scholl is quite a bulky player and has a little bit of height in his favour, as against Ross Smith, who even giving centimetres away to Tony Hall by the look of it down there at half-back. Boundary throw in left forward pocket for the Hawks. They lead by 7 points. We've got 4 minutes left. Roberts held by the leg, but he gets the ball to McCarthy. McCarthy clears for North Melbourne, back towards centre wing. A good punch there by Stevens. No, it was Pickering on Jarman, but Deer's there. Paul Deere, left foot kick. He can't kick with the right, so the kick goes across the face in towards centre half forward. Hawthorn players fall over. North players stand up. Ross Smith gives it away to German. They must mount something here. They've got the numbers. Now, Schwass in the centre. There's a loose player, but he's going to be forced to kick long. Marking contest back there at centre half forward. Carey and Lawrence. The ball goes over the back. Harris gives it away. Stevens, you're caught with the ball. He's still got tackle. Now Larkin. Perfect handball. Carey, centre half forward. Short pass is brilliant. Rock marks well within scoring distance. Anthony Rock has kicked one. He's had 4 kicks and 2 hand passes. Allison, who started well in the first term, hasn't seen much of the action in this second quarter. Rock from nearly 50 metres. The kick is close, but it's through for one behind to North Melbourne. That's their 5th. They're 6-5. They trail by 1 goal. Hawthorn 6-11.
It's an interesting huddle of the Hawthorn play. They've got a group at centre half back and then another group get in the centre of the ground.
Langford goes to the outer side. And a great mark by Morris. Sweeps the handball wide. And they're able to run it out. Condon goes over the centre, flattened.
Good mark.
Well, injury problems last year, they look to be behind him. He'll be looking for a big year. Brereton gets front spot.
Super, that's it.
Just too good.
Well, he didn't throw the arms out, did he? Tried to use the body. Here, McCarthy.
Oh, I think Brereton just judged it better.
Will be kicking from just outside 50. Good looking kick that.
Great kick.
Great kick indeed. Goal. Brereton's first.
Well, they're now starting to get away, the Hawks. And let's hope North Melbourne can get back into this to make it a real contest. I realise the difference is not much. 12 points. But Hudson. McDonald coming on, Alex McDonald. Abbott going off.
A critical couple of minutes now for both sides. Hawthorn just gaining a little ascendancy. North would dearly love a goal before half-time. Pickering's kick is high. Carey. Very exciting night for him. Inside 50. Out comes Longmire. Allison was going past. Clarkson backpedals and picks it up for him. Pulls it around his body, partly smothered. Again, it's Whitman who brings it away. Finds Paul there. Can he get round Rock? Yes, he can. Sweeping it towards Hall. At the back is German. A short chip for Schwass. Can he get there? Ball is out of bounds on the foot. So Morrissey to take it.
Morrissey's kick towards half forward. 2-on-2. McDonald in front, can't mark. Smith gathers it. He still has the chance, but he's helped out Bell Roberts. Good little hand pass. Platten, good chase on German. German's kick to half forward. Crocker underneath it. Now North must get something out of this. Clarkson, disciplined kick to the front, and it is marked by Longmire. Now John Longmire,
He's further out than what Clarkson was when he let the ball go, Clarkson.
well, this man really should kick this if he's going to be a top full forward. He's 50 metres out directly in front. His kick is swinging with the breeze, but not enough. And I suppose justice prevails. Hawthorn have kicked 7-11. Now it's North Melbourne's turn to kick inaccurately. They're 6-6. Gary Ayres comes into the members' side. 1-on-1. Langford over the top. Larkin. Langford has the football, but he's disciplined in his efforts to move it on. Collins. Anderson. Short pass. Hawthorn out of trouble. Seconds left in the second term. Condon has possession on centre wing. And these scores should remain intact when the siren sounds in just a few seconds. Rock is held. Kick off the ground there by Ross Smith, close to the boundary line. It goes over in front of Darren Harris, and that will be the half-time score. 7-11 Hawthorn. North Melbourne 6-6. When the ball is thrown in, the siren should sound. There it is. So at half-time, Hawthorn lead by 11 points. 7-11. North Melbourne 6-6, and one of the champions, James Morrissey for Hawthorn. Well, they're a team of champions, Don.
Well, as I said through the commentary, Ian, you just cannot afford to let up on Hawthorn because they are so skilled. The players lead into space with confidence, knowing that they're going to get the ball delivered on their chest or delivered so they can run onto it. They are a very, very skillful team. Brereton giving McCarthy a lot of problems at the centre-half forward position, moving around. Dunstall has had Martin taken off him, had Smith, and then Scholes picked him up, but they're doing very, very well, this Hawthorn side. There's Rock going up the race. He's an aggressive little fellow. Also, Clarkson doing well, as so is Pickering for North Melbourne.
Second half, and it's the Hawks leading the Roos by 11 points, 53 plays 42. And we'll see if Don Scott can pick up any changes made by both sides in a moment. But here's Jenke going long with a spiral punt kick down towards the forward line. Dunstall gives it away to Allen. Allen onto the left foot, but he's wide.
Well, they've got Tony Hall playing at centre-half forward, Hawthorn, and Michael Martin's gone out to pick him up. Scholes still got the job on Dunstall.
7-12. Plays 6-6.
And interestingly, Mark Roberts is on the interchange bench to start the third quarter for North Melbourne.
Kick back into play to the defensive 50-metre line over the head of Staritsky. Pushed out wide. Pritchard will take this going past, but Larkin gets him and gets him well. And eventually the ball just rolls over the line. The Hawk bench, Peter Schwab in the middle, Paul Abbott on the left, and young Paul Hudson on the right, and the North kick. Throw in. Right forward pocket for Hawthorn. Brereton going up with the right hand. Tony Hall brought to the ground well by German. Martin gives it back to Peter German. And the Roos get out of trouble, going back to the half-back flank, only as far as Platten. A standing start, so the kick goes high in the air. No one able to take it cleanly. McCarthy having trouble. Anderson bumped out of the way, and then McCarthy runs into a tackle. His claim.
Good effort by young McDonald there, the #1 draft choice, 2 years ago now, that Hawthorn picked up.
Martin and Brereton. Hall chipping in front. Gets it out the back door, but Larkin weaves his way through the pack. Kicks wide to the wing. Jenke is there, however. Doesn't get a favourable bounce. Does have assistance in the form of Deere. Jenke again wasn't a good tackle on that occasion on Ross Smith. He was able to get free and kick down towards Clarkson at half forward. Puts North inside 50. Whitman pushes the bouncing ball along in front of him, defending well. Good shepherding sees Whitman clear, and he gets Hawthorn out of trouble, back towards the wing. Anderson is there, so too is Larkins. Larkins now with Smith. With him is Condon. Good pressure. McDonald, a high kick, close to the boundary line. Difficult one to grab, and Allen did extremely well.
Ben Allen for Hawthorn, he's kicked 2 behinds. Hasn't quite been as productive tonight as he has been in the previous couple of games for the Hawks. Dunstall drops the mark. Chipping in is Hall. Clever. Kick across his body into the pocket. Ramiro goes back, but Anderson stands his ground. And Dean Anderson marks only metres out from goal on a 45-degree angle.
He's a long time in that forward line by himself, Anderson. A lot of the North Melbourne players starting to run second. Conversely, the Hawthorn guys willing to put themselves in front and make the play.
Gee, out on centre wing, Larkin did everything on his own. Anderson kicks for goal, and he makes no mistake. So Anderson kicks his second goal, and Hawthorn get the first goal of the second half.
He keeps his head well over the ball when he does actually kick for goal, Anderson. Watch this. There. Now the head well over the ball. Not the best kicking action, the bent knee.
Two goals to Dean Anderson.
Go on!
Margin out to 18 points. Gallagher trying to win it out of the middle. They can't let Hawthorn get the next one. They're giving themselves a mighty start.
He ducked his head!
You could hear the umpire say he ducked his head. Carey couldn't take it. Ayres spoons it forward, giving it to Condon. They surge it back towards the middle. Whitman. Well, he held on to it long enough. Gallagher couldn't take it cleanly. Condon tried to soccer off the ground. So too did Romero. Carey applies the tackle. The decision there. No hope,
No
said the
chance,
umpire.
fellas. Good tackle,
A little bit
Swassy.
soft around the ground, Michael Gallagher. He should put himself in more and be more aggressive at the ball. He just seems to stand back that little bit and not create for the smaller fellas.
Bounce again. Gallagher beaten on this occasion. Romero can't get clear. We'll have another bounce.
No, he didn't. He fell forward.
Come on, Chris. Come pass.
The Hawks chasing their 4th night flag in 7 years. That was almost thrown out and eventually finishes over the line.
I think the next 5 or 6 minutes is going to be very important for North Melbourne, because if Hawthorn happen to kick 1, maybe 2 goals, the gap could be very difficult.
Graham Corns, Michael Taylor with the binoculars, Jeff Southby, that's the South Australian hierarchy having a look, because they've got the Hawks next week at Football Park, and I would imagine that will be packed. Larkin's hand pass goes straight to Pritchard. High kick round his body.
That's good positioning by Chandler in front. That's all you can do in pressure games.
Gives it to Martin. Whitman.
Tell you what, he's an underrated player, this guy.
Certainly in the third quarter.
Play on.
Chris Whitman goes across half-back. And 2 North players flying at the back.
Well done.
They had the numbers, and they've got Carey just outside 50.
Don, why wouldn't you say that's 50 metres? The man's going to take the mark. Collins comes in and knocks him to the ground. Isn't that a penalty?
Oh,
Well, he's
there's
gone
so much grey.
and that one slewed off the side of the boot, and the mark was taken by Anthony Condon.
Condon goes to Collins, and Collins was the culprit just a few seconds ago. But the player's allowed to go on. Great gather by Allison, round onto the left foot. Little pass is nifty, effective. German, a little Larry, Larkin, back to German, left foot kick. He spotted someone in the pocket, and it's Pickering. Handball over the top, into goal goes Clarkson and misses. Well,
I think I might have just slowed down and had a shot at goal from that position. I think most players would have done exactly the same thing.
so maybe just a little bit of inexperience there by Liam Pickering, and Clarkson not quite quick enough to get the football down onto his foot. So Langford now with the duty to kick it back into play. He goes straight up the ground. North Melbourne got the numbers there. Carey marks in front of Lawrence. And North really need to get the next goal. Carey looking for the torpedo punt kick. It's fairly effective, but in front is Condon, and he takes a safe mark on that last line.
It goes short. Going to be all right. Morrissey, who's covering plenty of ground in that defensive area, goes out wide in front of Tony Hall. Martin is with him. Martin keeps the ball in play. Ayres, good body work. Condon, high kick. Jarman, great use of the body, and he's quick to play on. He could see players loose running down that forward line, and there's a stream of them. Ben Allen, inside 50. Shepherd from Brereton is good. Allen shoots for goal and misses.
Well, when Jarman got that ball, there were 3 Hawthorn players making position further up the ground. 1 North Melbourne player.
Now the first question I would ask is, what happens when North Melbourne get possession of the ball? There's got to be some loose North players too.
3 behinds to Ben Allen for the night. Gallagher in front, well fisted away by Paul Deere. He'll be keen to lift his work rate for his brother.
Be very competitive, Sandy Paul Deere, even though he's rather shy on centimetres, but a great competitor.
Certainly is. Gallagher has an airy. Allen to Pritchard, clever play. Just a gentle little stab into the pockets, good for Dunstan.
What a mark.
Well, he propels himself in the air and he's able to sit there somehow in front, isn't he, for a moment, and use of the body keeps that defender out.
I think it's the backside. If you see him bend his, he bends his body in half, the backside sticks out, keeps the player away from the marking contest.
This for number 4, and this to make it very tough for North Melbourne. Just again.
He hasn't been the most accurate in this night series, Dunstall. He's kicked 3, 5 and 3, but he's also kicked a lot of points.
Yeah, I suppose,
That's his fifth point tonight.
and they're the shots that Jason Dunstall in past years, you've marked him down for a goal as soon as he's taken the football. Craig Scholl. Oh, who was that jamming? Hung in the air. The aerial skills pleasing the big crowd here at Waverley. Darren Jarman now. Dunstall gives the lead. Jarman still has the footy. Too far out to score. He's going to pump it in long with the torpedo. It gets into the square. Brereton nearly marks. Ball off the ground, attempted. It's rushed through. Ray Hawthorn behind.
Well, the Crows hierarchy who are here tonight would have watched that, and of course the Jarman boys will be opposed to one another next week on opposite sides, and that's what they're up against.
Tell you what, Gary Buckenara wore that number.
Yeah.
And Hawks haven't lost anything, really, have they? Even though Bucky was a tremendous player.
Clarkson gets it away to Martin. North having trouble penetrating their forward zone or the Hawthorn defence. It's just so strong. Anthony Conlon's kick is high to half forward. Brereton has it fisted away. But they mount something here. Crocker on the end of the hand pass. Morrissey chasing. Crocker goes wide towards Allison. And he's off. He's a speedster. He's inside 50. They desperately want a goal, and he hits the post.
I don't think there's any doubting that Brett Ellison thinks he's a bit quicker than Gary is.
Also showed up that he hasn't got a right foot too, because you're a both side, well, a two-sided player, really would have cut down the time if you had a right foot.
Chris Langford has constantly gone down the middle tonight, and there's another one. Just gone a little astray. Alistair Clarkson forcing his forward to prop. Longmire, and he did it well.
A great mark.
Langford to get the fist there on that occasion, but just misjudged it.
I think, Don, when you see two big guys jostle like that, and one out jostles the other, you really have to...
Look at him, just... might even get another shot. The hand of these guys holding on when the ball's not in the vicinity.
Longmire going for his second goal. They desperately want it. Oh, that's straight through the middle. That's what they want.
Well, that's only his second goal, Longmire, for the night. He's kicked 3 points. I think he may struggle for accuracy when he's quite a way out. And he has led on occasions. I've got the ball around the 50-metre line, and he has struggled, as I mentioned, when going the distance. But here, he's not that far out, and accuracy not a problem.
Johnny Longmire's kicked 2 goals. The leading goal scorer on the ground is Jason Dunstall. He's kicked 3, but he's also kicked 5 behinds. Up over the top Deer. Now North might get a chance to clear through German. His kick is a shocker. Really should have made more of that, Peter German. To half forward, and Jenky over the top of Larkin. Had the sit on Matthew Larkin, and he thumps it over for a boundary throw-in. Hawthorns, Alan Joyce, John Hook, Brian Coleman, anxiously watching their charges. Plenty of money at stake, plenty of prestige at stake. The young Northerners are taking it up to Hawthorn. They couldn't get clear again. Gallagher, talented, right foot kick. He's a natural left footer. It goes 40 metres. And a mark to Carey. Plays on. Oh, bad. Wayne Carey, I think you'd be disappointed with that. The ball is with Anderson at half back. Looks to short pass. Now elects to go long towards centre wing on this member's side. Big punch by Martin. Paul Deer has the football. Short pass, good. Vision was excellent. McDonald, Allen, over the top. Platten, inside 50. Platten goes for goal. A high kick to the goal line. Scholl collects the football. He'll run away. Who's he got to kick it to? In towards the centre. Gatherers by Allison. He lets it go. Now Stevens goes back to Allison. Somehow he gets past. He's still got the footy, but he gets his right foot to it. Martin, kick off the ground. Deer collects it forward of centre. He's caught. The handball, ineffective, but Allen flips it out to Jenky. Hawthorn have numbers everywhere. Jenky's kick is beautiful. Dunstall runs onto it and marks in front of Scholl. And what could Craig Scholl do?
Gee, you can lead with confidence if you're forward in this Hawthorn side. The way that ball was delivered by Jenky. Terrific stuff.
Craig Scholl was right on Jason Dunstall's ginger, but there was nothing he could do. And now Dunstall has the chance to kick his fourth. He's right on the boundary line in the left forward pocket. 40 metres out, and the kick is very close, but he misses just to the left to register his sixth behind. He's kicked 3-6. Hawthorn have kicked 8-16. North Melbourne 7-8. And the fans are being treated. Even though the scoring is low, it's a very interesting game.
Craig Scholes kick back out, finds Peter German on half-back. Swings it over the wing. Allison at the back. Edged out by Lawrence. McDonald does well. Gets it back to Lawrence. His kick goes astray over. North, if they could get another one here, are back in business. Mann's kick goes high to the half-forward line, only as far as Jenky. Off to Whitman. Gets his kick just in time.
He missed him. He missed him.
Play on call. Yardage paid with Condon on the wing. Anderson now. Looking for someone going past. Finds Gary Ayres, the acting captain. Pushes it into the pocket. Dunstall is there. Brereton is there. Hall's waiting in the square. Doesn't go that far. Beautiful play. Pritchard.
A really good centre. A great centre.
But they don't miss, do they, Don? Very rarely. I mean, both sides of the body. The Dunstall, the Brereton, the Pritchard, the Hall. Anderson perhaps a little lacking, but Morrissey, they've all got just great skills on both sides.
Darren Pritchard going for his first goal. I think he snuck that home. Yes.
Well, he certainly is a durable player. Darren Pritchard played all games last year. Probably one of the better draft picks in the league. He was drafted in 1986, number 26 in that particular draft. And he's been a real find for this Hawthorn side and a great player on the wing. One of the only players to possess real speed.
First goal to Pritchard. Margin out to 20 points, favouring the Hawks. Deere couldn't take it cleanly. Carey. Long this time, up towards full forward, and waiting there reliably is Andrew Collins.
Langford shepherding well behind play to allow Collins to mark that. Shepherded Longmire out of it.
Collins around Pickering to the half-back flank. Players supporting players. Condon, short little chip up towards the wing. Could come unstuck on this occasion.
Good umpiring, because if he didn't grab Allison, Allison was going to get through, collect the ball, and away he went.
And Allison didn't want the ball either, did Condon, I don't think, on that occasion.
Goes short to Smith. Look at that kick. Wide. One behind. Well, a goal there, and that certainly would have lifted them. 19 points the margin. The North camp. John Dugdale in the middle. Collins towards centre wing. Martin with a fist. Collins again overruns it. Morrissey tries to poke it out the back door. Abbott gets a short kick towards Hall. Crocker goes through him and can't keep it in, however, so a throw in.
I know it's easy to criticise when you're up here, but Darren Crocker probably could have done a little bit more with that, I think.
Virtually on the wing. Under 7 minutes of this third quarter remaining. Morrissey round his body. In towards the middle. Hall Deere down towards Platten and Hall. Platten beaten for it. Played by Chandler. Into the middle once again. Gallagher does well. Sprints away. Kick lets him down. Puts North inside 50. But Hawthorn, look, they've got the numbers. Holding on.
Yes, Pickering must get a free kick.
Collins asking for holding the ball, not to be. Full forward, just a fraction too high for Longmire. Lawrence, Abbott, Whitman, they're out of stripe again. The machine's at work. Whitman bounced his way. Up towards the middle. Kicks to half forward. Looking for Brereton. Chandler comes out and affects the spoil. Allen through. So too Smith. Now North steady through Romero. The hand pass is wide. McCarthy twists out of trouble. Heads back towards centre half forward with a good long kick. Jenke almost completed the mark. German wants someone going past. Storitsky inside 50. Justin Storitsky shoots and misses.
That's the difference, Sandy. If Hawthorn take it down their end of the ground and they get a player in the clear like that, generally they pump it through for a goal. And North have let themselves down there.
And Rock off the ground, we saw that, and another change being made by Hawthorn. Morrissey off, Hudson on. Storitsky coming back on. He was a little all at sea at the start.
Langford's kick a bit too long. Nearly a mark there to Larkin, but Hawthorn will get out of it. And Anderson. Right foot kick towards centre half forward. McCarthy high, can't mark. Martin at the back. Kicks it back in towards the centre. North really need to take possession here. Under pressure, Whitman from Carey. Flip on by Anderson. Larkin. Sweeping hand pass. Goes to Ramiro. North Melbourne, what can they get out of this? Up towards centre half forward. At the back, German. But Jenke has tapped it to his advantage. Good play by the defender. Sweeping hand pass. Platten just misses it, but he's able to recover. Kicks it wide. One-on-one. Oh, high fly Martin. Couldn't control it. Tony Hall. Kick towards full forward. Dunstall. Chandler gets back. Under pressure. Smothered by Allen. Hawthorn forwards working very, very hard. Allen's underground hand pass. Dunstall gets the football. Can't get it away. Scholl can. Kick off the ground. Goes back towards the wing. You must go harder. It was Stevens. Now the umpire will bring it back.
Free kick because on that Shepherd, Harris laid the Shepherd, but to get around him, Abbott pulled him around the neck.
Harris's kick wide towards the wing. No, great mark taken by Carey over the top of Lawrence.
He's not going to layer eyes this time.
He's on centre wing. Ball was touched. Kick very close to the man on the mark.
Yes, on the back.
Obvious, wasn't it, Don?
Justin Storitsky to take it. Still outside 50. And there you can see. Right into him. So the youngster will centre it. His target is Longmire. But a good run at the ball. They can tap on here. This could be positive. Can he take it? Almost caught him unawares. Now Romero. Pressure from Langford. At the bottom, Ayres. Gary Ayres gets it out. And Platten says thank you from Condon. And away they go. Hudson. Back to centre wing. Paul Deere. With him is Mann. Deere tries to get past Larkin. Can't do so. Well played by the skipper. Gets it across to Clarkson. Shepherding sees him clear. Centres looking for Storitsky. And Longmire coming out late. In front of the pair of them was Andrew Collins.
Have a look at this.
He's got players running everywhere. Anderson is on the outer side. He can go short and does so now to Hudson. Can size up his options. The kick is a poor one, however. It may still work. Tony Hall. It will still work.
Michael Martin should have marked that ball.
Ben Allen almost directly in front from 50 metres, going short again into the pocket. Look at this loose checking. Pritchard on his own. Kicked a goal a few moments ago, Darren Pritchard.
I wonder if the fat lady, Sandy, is starting to get up on the podium.
I think she is just about there now. The kick from Pritchard is a fine kick, and she's just started singing.
Well, Pritchard's second goal in this quarter. They're really starting to cut the North Melbourne side apart, Hawthorn.
I tell you what, it's not over yet. Don't you guys speak too soon. They're only 4 goals in front.
And McDonald coming on, Hall off.
Two minutes left in the third quarter, and Hawthorn lead by 4 goals. There's Paul Deere.
And Hall's gone off the ground, and Barry Gavin went with him, so he could be injured, Tony Hall.
Jarman gets the ball out of the centre. Anderson running hard. Hudson gets it away from Crocker. Nearly the smother by Crocker, but the kick goes to Brereton. Skillful across his body. 50-metre kick to the goal front. Abbott punched away by Chandler. Races on, Allen and Chandler. Allen handballs him to himself. Great tackle, Chandler. Should have been rewarded because he caught the player with the football in possession. And the umpire calls for a boundary throw in. And Bernie Quinlan has a report on, unfortunately, Tony Hall.
Yes, Robbo, another hamstring to report for Hawthorn. Tony Hall off the ground. Damaged left hamstring.
Brereton goals for Hawthorn, and that's 5 goals the difference. Brereton has kicked 2. Hawthorn 82, lead North 52 in the dying stages of the third quarter.
And Michael Martin going off for North Melbourne. I don't think he's fit either. And he's going to replace by Mark Roberts as Brereton goes in and kicks Hawthorn's 11th. Roberts seemed to, Martin seemed to be favouring the leg.
Under a minute and a half remaining in this third quarter. Waroos have the job ahead of them in the final term if they're to snatch victory here. 5 goals the margin. It's a red hot decision. That's the way it's going to be this year. The umpires have made it quite clear.
You had the ball, you got swung, you still had it when you're on the ground. Holding the ball.
And then I'd love to see the umpire get into that position.
That's what I was just thinking.
And get rid of the ball.
The same thing.
That's the problem that you've got. They just don't understand the difficulties that the players have got.
Jarman short to McDonald. Still virtually in the middle. Good long kick up towards the half-forward line. Fisted defensively towards the boundary line. And socket off the ground. The bounce just inside the line. So a throw-in to take place. Under a minute remaining. Carey certainly covering plenty of ground. He heads back to his rightful spot now after soccering that ball clear. Condon. Romero. Just put ball to boot. More in hope than anything on that occasion. Clarkson to Harris. Over the top, Stevens. He goes back inside once again. Got the runners down the middle of the ground. If they can get one here, it'll be very, very handy close to siren time. But there's the steadier, the skipper.
The kick not penetrating enough.
No. Hudson has been busy since coming on. And some valuable work. Deer. 10 seconds remaining. Platten at the back. Pushes in towards the pocket. Coming to me it is Dunstall. McCarthy over the line. And that will just about be the third quarter.
Here we go, man.
Have the throw in. Time on is signalled again and fisted down towards Ross Smith. And there is the siren. It's 3/4 time. Hawthorn looking for their 4th win in 7 years. 11-16, 82, leading North 7-10-52.
Yeah, we got ourselves into a winning position, and I thought, well, I'm captain of the team, and I certainly don't want to have a loss against my name. And even though it's only a night competition, and some people think you don't take it seriously, but I can assure you we certainly took the game very seriously, or took the whole series very seriously. And I remember thinking at 3/4 time it would be nice. I'm probably preempting something, but thinking it'd be lovely to get up there and have the cup and put another one on the board. And of course, from the money side of it too, the club gets $95,000 out of it. So from them, financially these days, it would certainly be a big bonus. But Alan again just said that it's now up to us. He left the ball in our court, and he said you're the team that can take it off you. Your form again has been very, very good. And he said there's no reason why you can't take the game out.
So here we go. Final quarter of the 91 Foster's Cup. Hawthorn go into it leading by 30 points. Play on the call. Condon loses it. Whitman chasing his Clarkson, putting the pressure on him. McDonald, high kick. Difficult one to mark. No one is able to. Crocker through without the football, just pushing forward. Hudson now under pressure from Chandler. McCarthy overruns. Anderson too. May get another chance. He's surrounded by Northerners. Crocker heads for the boundary line. Chandler sees it roll over.
Makes a few mistakes, McCarthy, doesn't he? He overran that ball in. You can't afford to do that on the back line.
Actually, Crocker and Chandler both falling over. It looked as though they may have been critical.
Well, Hawthorn have it in their attacking zone just.
Thanks, Timmy.
I guess in this pre-season, at least the coaches have got a chance. Like North have been fantastic. They're within 5 goals. They've still got 30 minutes left, but there's a lot that the coaches can look at that these youngsters surely can learn from watching replays.
Shepherding.
By who?
Illegal shepherding. Going the way of McCarthy.
Obviously against Burrett and against his opponent, not letting him get into the ruck
I didn't get
contest.
you, mate, sorry.
Kicks over the centre. Oh, that's a good mark. High mark by Deer. Well, his brother's sidelined with a serious knee injury. He's playing well. Oh, pulling down a one-hander is Roberts. It just stuck. Across the ground to German. And he's away. So too North Melbourne. Inside 50, but cutting it off once again is Andrew Collins.
Oh, there's a real heavy tackle being laid on Longmire.
McDonald off to Collins. Down towards the half-forward flank, Ben Allen. Pulls it in towards Barrett. Used the body. Scholl gets the bounce. Tries to keep going through, but gets caught by Morrison.
Oh, now the umpire, why can't he understand that there's nothing that Scholl could do whatsoever to get rid of that? And Craig Scholl indignantly, look, what can he do to get rid of it? Morrissey had the football.
Nothing. I don't know. Frustrating.
Well, Don, somewhere the coaches have got to go back to the umpires and say, you must understand these players
There's a more critical
are
one going on. We saw a heavy shepherd being laid on you behind screen. They should look at these heavy shepherds.
Morrissey's kick. Across the face of goal. Barrett, Dunstall at the back. Romero over the line. And this crowd of 46,629 certainly getting their money's worth.
Right forward pocket for Hawthorn, up over the top Morrissey. Platten doing the roving. Larkin gathers the ball nicely. Can he get through? Yes. Handball is good. Chandler over the top Crocker. Further back in towards centre half back German. Running down the middle of the ground. Now you must do something with this Peter German. He's had 4 bounces now. He's running towards centre half forward. His 5th bounce. Approaching 50 metres. A long kick is magnificent. And it was not rewarded. Gee whiz, that could have lifted North. But unfortunately missed to the left. 7-11 plays 11-16. And Chris Langford urging the players to give him a lead one way or the other. But all players covered. Here's Lawrence running to the members' side, but he goes straight in towards centre half back. Attempted punch away by Crocker. The ball goes through. Jarman. Little right foot kick by Jarman out in front of Allen. Chandler the tackler gets the handle away. Jarman tackled well by Chandler. Good stuff by the North Melbourne defender. Ball bundled over for a boundary throw-in.
Chandler wouldn't have seen it, but it was a 3-on-1 situation, and as you said, Ian, a good tackle by Chandler because Hawthorn had the numbers around the ball.
Under 17 minutes remaining. His final term. Crocker at the bottom did try and get it out. Platten. Romero soccers off the ground to Larkin. Goes back inside. Now here's a chance for Romero, who followed it down. Took it from Harris. Jose set sail to the forward line. Longmire couldn't take it. Whitman out to Ayres. He's caught, and well caught by Clarkson. Jenke tries to storm his way through the pack. Back to Longmire. Shoots in towards full forward. Whitman there on the last line of defence. He's got time to slip, regain his footing, kick out towards the half-back line and find Anthony Condon. Platten's wide. John Platten towards Jarman. South Australians combine. Jarman kicks, he just pops it round his body. And McDonald marks just outside 50. Pritchard into the pocket.
quick, mate. On the line.
And again, running in front of the ball, the Hawthorn players, or running in front of the action, running into space further down the ground.
Pritchard on a very tight angle, hoping to pull it in for his third goal, just drifting it across the face and one behind.
Well, they've had a couple of chances with Peter German streaming down the right wing and also going straight down the centre of the ground, just not able to do enough with the footy.
Scholl brings it back into play. Crocker, the flyer from behind. Very quick to recover, Darren Crocker, and may get a chance to get it away here. Soccer's off the ground. Hudson chasing over the line.
I suppose when you analyse it, you just have to admit that Hawthorn are a better side. It's as simple as that. They use the football well. All the players seem to have just that little edge in skill.
Brereton does the ruck work. Look at the holding on there on Morrison. Pickering. Condon off the ground. Out to Dunstall. He's got Deere there, who slipped at the crucial stage. And North Melbourne are off the hook. Larkin's out wide on his own. He can have a run here, Matthew Larkin. He elects to give it to Darren Crocker. And that does not look good for North, but they'll recover. Larkin gets it away. Carey's going to run into trouble. He goes over the top again. German, look at the pressure. Clarkson still outside 50. A little chip. And it goes astray once again. But credit to Hawthorn because they're applying the pressure. Roberts soccers off the ground. Allison still outside 50. Again, the kick smothered. Crocker too slow. Lawrence gets there before him. Roberts caught by Whitman. Ball spills free. Longmire shoved out of it by Lawrence. Romero pounces on the ball. He could get pinged here if he's not careful. Hudson down there also. Langford can't take it. Roberts spoons it forward, but straight to Platten. And he is caught.
Now there's another example of what could John Platten do.
So ice-like grip, he could not get rid of it.
You took one. You took him on.
Oh, you took him on.
Well, he did take him on, actually. The umpire was right.
I'd love the umpires to watch the replay of this.
Man has a shot.
Because you took him on.
Oh,
No, he's right. The umpire's right. He's right.
He picked the ball up, looked up, and he ran straight into Darren
And
Harris.
he
What
picked
else
up
could he do?
speed when he ran into him too.
Man who's shooting for goal, gentlemen. It's not a good one. (7-12) plays 11-17, just over 13 minutes remaining.
Chris Langford now looking further up the field. Pretty solid back there at full-back. Long kick is good. Romero disciplined. Hudson looking to give the hand pass away. One touch on the ground, now he gives it away. Ayres again looking to hand pass. Short kick now, wide. Jarman just taps it to his own advantage. He's got a little bit of space out there on centre wing. Short kick, too short. Roberts marks in front of Brereton. They move it quickly. Gives it away to German. German centre half back. Kicks it towards centre half forward. No mark taken. Ball goes through all the players. Larkin first back. Held when he didn't have it. Pritchard back there looking for the free kick. Paul Deere gets the football, taps it on. Whitman off the ground. Platten on centre wing. Little tap on to Anderson. Short pass by Anderson. Great mark, Dunstall. He is so difficult to stop. In the goal square, Brereton will mark. Chandler a little late, but Brereton always had the football. And Dermott will shoot from only 15 metres out on what we'd classify, I guess, as a difficult angle, but being the pro he is, he shouldn't have too much trouble with this shot. Drop punt kick is pretty good. And unfortunately it went on the other side as Dermott and Jeff Chandler test their strength.
Kick the ball! Kick the ball!
Umpire indicating to the full-back there to kick the ball back into play, and he does. Jarman marks half forward, looking to give it on quickly. Hawks kicks it in towards centre half forward. Great mark by Harris for North Melbourne at centre half back.
still some fire down in that Hawthorn forward line. Harris unsure where to go. Eventually goes for distance down the middle, doesn't quite get onto it. Whitman couldn't take it cleanly. Clarkson was being held. Romero too high.
Thanks, Darren. Play on!
He almost caught his teammate standing still, Ross Smith. He gets it out wide looking for Allison. Right on his hammer is Gary Ayres. He persists, and that typifies Hawthorn.
Now, what did he... No.
Oh, I tell you what, when the fans say, leave our game alone,
He didn't have the footing.
those sort of things there must really...
Who had the football there?
The questions are always asked.
See, it's gonna cause some talk in pubs and clubs right around the land this season. This rule. Still in the middle. Allen overruns it. Chandler on his hammer. Smith gets it out to Pickett. On again to Roberts. Back to Pickett. Hurried kick. Over the centre. But they're kicking under pressure, and so they're not kicking to position. Pritchard is there. He's got Hudson loose. Hawthorn continuing to run. Dunstall, look at that. Clever tap to Jarman, then did the shepherding. Here's Jarman at work. Almost ran too far, pulls it backhand, goals.
Darren Jarman's goal in the last quarter, he set the ball up. I remember someone kicked the ball to Jason Dunstall, and Jason paddled the ball in front, and Darren swooped on it and balked one particular player, then balked another one, and then just slotted it through on his left foot. So it's certainly, all the guys did give Darren a terrific pat on the back, and they all said well done, and I certainly knew then that this guy's got a lot of ability and a lot of talent, and I thought if he's going to be doing that now, mate, it'd be good to see him be a consistent player. And we'd lost Gary Buckenara in the previous year, so they were looking at someone to obviously fill the shoes of a champion player. So I think that probably stood out.
Can't get the ball effectively to his rover. Ramiro battling hard, but look at the Hawthorn defence. It's Whitman again, who's played a very serviceable game. Up towards half forward, Ben Allen, Morrissey, left foot kick by Morrissey into the forward pocket. Brereton's marked it. His second grab at it may have been over the line, but the goal umpire, who's probably closer to the action than the boundary umpire, is giving it the all clear. One grab by Dermott, second grab, no, it was inside the field of play, so Brereton will shoot from...
Now, there's nobody standing where on Brereton's right-hand side, so he can run around. You see how far he's going back? The other thing Brereton did wrong was walk with his back to play, go back to take his kick with his back towards the goal.
Well, Ross Smith is in there, Don.
Well, he's just run in there now.
Dermott aware of the angle. Now he lessens the angle and kicks it straight across the face. Out of bounds on the full, so the free kick will go to North Melbourne in this opposite back pocket, to be taken back there by Craig Scholl. And North Melbourne, they trail by 36 points. Scholl's kick to half back on his members' side, up over the top Deer. Chandler, German, kick off the ground by Jarman. Back it goes to Pickering. Gets a little bit of space. The left foot kick back towards half back. Crocker, hand pass is okay. Clarkson looking to give it off. Now he gets through. Handball in towards centre half back. Stevens, left foot kick by that player, broken down because the kick was inaccurate. Collins marks at centre half back. Wastes no time. Handball away to Whitman. Whitman's kick is a little awkward for Paul Deer. Chipping in is Staritsky. Gets the hand pass to German. Slow, but he gets his kick away. Short. Longmire at the back. Still after it. Langford. Left foot kick. Clear. Close to the line. It'll go over. And Hawthorn breathe again. The ball. Boundary throw in. Half forward flank left for North Melbourne. And they really are struggling to convert.
Yes, there's the North camp. Hawthorn under 8 minutes away from their fourth night flag in 7 years. Morrissey wants the player going past. Anderson is the man. Away they go. Pritchard. Out come the big guns. Brereton. With him is Dunstall. Scholl wearing him like a glove at the moment. North have the numbers here. Go over the top to MacArthur. slips, but will still get it away. Not so subtle tackle from Hudson. Back to Peter German. They want goals and they want them fast. Crocker. Wide to Allison.
Let it, Gary! Come back, Gary! Fine!
Short again. Romero. Too far out to score, Jose Romero, but it'll certainly put them well inside 50. Was there a lack of talking there? Jenke comes away. Hudson.
Back on, John!
On half back.
Yours!
Spears it into the centre. And
Back
McDonald
on,
takes them up.
Gemmo! Back off loose, Gemmo!
Got Allen in the middle.
Play on!
Ben Allen to half forward. Pritchard at the back. Clever kick. Clever kick. So Anthony Condon, who kicked the goal in the first quarter, has a chance to finish off as he started.
See, even the kick, if it doesn't hit the man, is kicked to the advantage of that guy into space where he can run and leave the player in his wake doing the chasing.
18th kick for Condon. Into the square it goes. Pickering at the back. Runs it to the outer boundary line, or towards it. Crocker and Hudson. Darren Crocker retains his footing. Kicks it high towards the wing once again. Lawrence the height. Socks down. Peter German now. Allison. North looking a little tired as Allison chips in towards half forward once again. Hawthorn in front. Langford comes steaming out, gives it to Anderson. Back again, he says, I'll have it. But he's caught this time. Puts Allen under pressure.
Oh, good play, long line too.
He's come right down to the centre. Romero lost sight of it for a split second and it proved costly. Collins and Whitman combined. And again, Hawthorn drifted up towards centre wing. Ben Allen.
I'll tell you what, how would you be if you were coach, Sandy? If you're coaching North Melbourne, Shiver must be tearing his hair out because everything they try, Hawthorn just have somewhere they've got an answer.
Well, he hasn't torn it all out yet, I'm happy to say. Allen to the 50-metre line, looking for Hudson. At the back, Roberts. Deere, McDonald, set sail for home, and there's another one.
Well, McDonald, his first goal tonight coming off the bench, and has been quite impressive. The first time I've seen this youngster. Came with big raps a couple of years ago from up Ballarat way. Hawthorn swapped their draft choices with St Kilda, or swap players to get St Kilda's draft choice. Here he is, a lightly built lad. It's taken a little while to build up. Maybe that's been his problem. Let's hope he can go on with it.
So Alex McDonald kicks his first goal for the evening. It was Hawthorn's 13th, and they now lead by 7 goals. 96 to 54, only 5 minutes left. So the football punters will only be interested in the margin, I would think. Ayres, Whitman.
Brereton's injured too.
I'm impressed with Whitman. He does a good job on wing, half forward, ruck rover, half back. Very good utility is Chris Whitman. Crocker, left foot kick across his body. You were saying, Don, that
Brereton's injured and actually he's going off. Schwab's his replacement.
I tell you what, he's a very important player to Hawthorn. He's like a general around that forward line, and he and Dunstall work so cohesively. They're a very, very hard pair to combat. North Melbourne go up towards full forward. Langford, who's played well. Some people thought that Chris Langford was finished. Combining with Collins, Hudson, well tackled, gets the handball away. Deere, look at Collins. He's come from the back line, kept on running, kicked it into the full forward line. Dunstall unselfishly tries to give it to Schwab. Scholl trying his heart out. Dunstall handball. Allen into an open goal. Gets his foot to the ball but misses to the left. Ben Allen, 4 behinds.
Well, he had a purple patch last time. I think he kicked 5 goals, 4 or 5 goals, Allen, tonight. Just hasn't got the right boots on. It's 4th point.
And not a happy face in the background there, which was Greg Deere, who has hurt his knee and reportedly will not play a game for Hawthorn this year. So that's a bad blow for the Hawks. But they've gone on with it. His brother Paul has done a tremendous job in the ruck. The kick towards half forward marked by Clarkson. Handball goes to McCarthy. McCarthy's long kick centre of the ground. Carey. Short kick, but good chase there by Lawrence. Whitman goes back towards Lawrence. Carey beaten for it by Ayres. Ayres goes with a handball to McDonald. McDonald both sides of the body. Short pass is good. Condon marks in front of Smith. Oh, a bit sloppy. Harris, Roberts, Smith pulled off the football by Deer. Didn't have it according to the umpire. And good fortune there for North Melbourne. Free kick goes to Ross Smith, defensive side of the centre.
He kicks North deep into attack, up towards the half-forward line. He's looking for man. With him is Jenke, Pritchard, Platten and Clarkson. At the back, Jarman and Storitsky. It's the latter who gets a high kick towards the North 50-metre line. No mark taken. Man unable to take it cleanly. Pritchard busy as always, bouncing his way across that defensive line, then coming wide towards Hudson. Caught at the back, but he still takes the mark. A chip into the middle. Dean Anderson will send Hawthorn forward once again. He's got Allen short, and that's the way he wants it. Players continuing to run. Deer stabbing with the left foot, putting the side inside 50. Condon going for his second and getting it.
Well, they just do it so easily, Hawthorn. They chip that ball around. The three kicks covered about 30, 40 metres. And then when they had the man out in the open, who was Condon, bang through it. What's this? Deer was probably the third player involved, Condon being the fourth. No pressure on at all as he goes in for his second.
With 19 kicks and 9 hand passes, Anthony Condon, 11 marks and 2 goals, so his performance has been good. But they've had far too many good players, Hawthorn. 2 minutes left, 210 kicks to 171, 90 hand passes to 71, and it really tells the story because on the scoreboard they lead comfortably. Collins tackled by Ramiro, but able to get the handball away to Lawrence, then to Whitman. Whitman's kick, good. Hudson in the centre, runs up towards centre half forward, kicks towards Dunstall, can't mark, recovers well. Scholl can hold his head high. He's done well on Dunstall since going back there. And the umpire calls for a bounce.
Interesting, Dunstall ducked his head when he was just about to take that mark. Maybe he thought he's going to get a whack behind the ear. Usually that's what the fullbacks do if they just can't get their fist to the ball.
McDonald doing the ruck work. Ben Allen tapping it on into the forward pocket. McCarthy goes after the foot. He taps it over for a boundary throw-in. We've got just over a minute left. So Hawthorn will be the premiers of the 1991 Foster's Cup competition. Roberts doing the ruck work with McDonald. Roberts taps it out the back. Striving hard Chandler. So was Allen. Crocker gathers the ball. A long kick towards the centre wing. Out there Carey. Flies high but can't mark. Handball back to Storitsky. He goes further afield. It's Harris looking for Carey. Carey can't control the footy. A tap on, but there's no one there. Ayres desperate. Now Hawthorn have got the numbers back there. Platten pitches it away from Anderson. Great tackle by Allison. Should have nearly been rewarded. A little chip kick by Ayres, but chipping in is Storitsky. Storitsy's kick to the front. No mark taken. Ramiro beaten for it by Collins. Jarman. Left foot kick by Jarman is wide. And Hudson's got plenty of room. The ball should sit for him, it does. Hudson's short pass is magnificent. Dunstall's good lead, but wasn't that a great pass by Paul Hudson?
Keep coming, that's it.
Dunstall's 3 goals all came in the first quarter. He's kicking just outside 50.
Oh, unusual. A torpedo punt that goes over the line.
Well, what do you think of that?
Jamie. Last kick out of Jamie, come back. Jamie, give me 5.
Out of bounds on the full, so the dying seconds. There it is. The Hawks are the champions of the Foster's Cup for 1991. The final scoreline sees Hawthorn 14-19. 103. Too good. for North Melbourne, 7-12-54. So the Hawks following up their wins of 1985, 86 and 88. Let's go down to the boundary line. Here's Bernie.
Yes, Dermot, well done again. How many's that?
I don't want to sound too cocky or anything, but I don't really know. I honestly don't.
What about that? If someone had tuned in that second half, they would have thought it was an easy win to Hawthorn, but it wasn't all that way in the first half.
Well, I just looked up on the scoreboard and I thought, gee, we really did get away with it a bit, but I suppose we're fairly fortunate to win by that much because they were a good side. They tackled very hard in the first half. As you can see, they've got a fairly young side and got a great few years ahead of them, but they just make some silly mistakes at the wrong time. So if they cut that out, they're going to be the team to beat in the next few years.
What about yourself? Came off at the end, only precautionary?
I'd hope to say that. We'll check it out in a few minutes. I'll let you know, Bernie.
What was it, the hamstring?
Yeah, I actually went for a ball in the first quarter and I thought I'll try and do something and overextend myself here and get this one, and I certainly did. Felt a bit of a strain there, so I'll see how it pulls up during the week.
Well done again, Dermot. We're getting sick of congratulating you, but you're fantastic effort again.
I am the side of very fortunate. I suppose hard work pays off.
Good on you, mate. Well done.
There's victory to the Hawks, just repeating that final scoreline here at Waverley. 14-19, 103, North Melbourne 7-12. We'll have the presentation shortly.
I remember running over to a couple of guys and just giving each other a bit of a hug and a bit of a well done, and I remember thinking then that I finally achieved an ambition of mine, and that was to captain a premiership team, and I do place a very big emphasis on that, and we'd achieved a goal which we had set out to do, and I think that's very important in football, that players have to set goals, not only individual goals but very much team goals as well, and we'd achieved the first step, and that was to win the night premiership. So, and I was thinking, yes, well, I'm finally going to get my hands on a cup, and it didn't worry me which type it was, whether it was a night or whatever, it was some place in back block somewhere where we played, but I'd finally achieved a goal that I'd set myself out to do, and I was very pleased, and I even planted a big kiss on the cup when I got it in my hand. So yeah, I was very, very happy. Well, guys like Stephen Lawrence and I think Tony Hall too, as I mentioned before, would have been very happy. Johnny Platten is always pretty exuberant in those situations, and he's a great guy, Johnny. He's good for the club and he's a magic player. So really he's always there when the celebrations are there, and he enjoys himself. Just recognition, I think guys like Dermot had played in another winning one, and perhaps he's not as emotional at times as perhaps he does display at others, but I think he was very quietly happy with the whole situation, and Jason obviously too.
The good ball. With particular congratulations to the Hawthorn Football Club for a great display of football. 46,600 people here tonight to demonstrate that you love your summer football, and we're delighted to bring it to you. I'd like now to introduce to you the Marketing Director of Carlton United Breweries, Mr. Ken Carney, to present the Premiership Trophy to the captain of the Hawthorn side. Ken?
Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Rob. Well, it's exciting to be part of the evolution of the Foster's Cup, to be such an integral part of the pre-season build-up to the AFL season. It's unfortunate that the young side of North Melbourne played so well, but were beaten by the experience of Hawthorn. Congratulations, Hawthorn. Can I call upon Gary Ayres to receive the cup? Congratulations, Gary.